Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to Keeping Fish Simple. So in the last vlog, we set up some cherry shrimp tanks, which I'll show you now. So we set up this tank with the yellow cherries, which are doing fantastic. You can see them all there. We had one loss, but we had 20 of these guys, so I'm not too sure what that loss was from. We also got 10 of these beautiful crystal reds, and they look fantastic. You can see them all over those mulberry leaves, and we haven't had any losses from these guys. And finally, we can come down to this tank, which is our Blue Dream tank. These guys are Neocaradinas, and we've got 20 of them as well, and we haven't had any losses from what I know of these guys. These guys are pretty dark, so they're harder to see. You can see there's one up the back near that pipe. I'm sure there's a bunch underneath these leaves and things like that, and I'm also colorblind, so it makes it a little bit hard to see them, but I'm sure that we're gonna have heaps of success with these guys, and we're gonna be making plenty of videos on these guys as well, so subscribe if you're into having some shrimp videos coming out. But the main point of today's vlog is last night, I've been, like, I don't know, a couple of vlogs ago, I might put a link up in the top right hand corner, we got a few more pairs of peppermints, and last night I did a big water change. I'm not too sure what happened, but we've had 2 of our pairs of peppermints spawn, so we're gonna be pretty much watching them like go from little eggs inside of the cave to hopefully little wrigglers and tiny little baby peppermints over the next week, which is gonna happen in this vlog. And I'm also gonna update you on what's happening in the fish room because there's tons of stuff going on in here. So if you're into seeing, like, I mean, there's just so many things going on in this fish room all the time, so it's hard to make videos on everything, and sometimes I just can't record everything. So if you want to see completely behind the scenes, consider becoming a member down below. It's like a couple of bucks a month, and I post a bunch of the really behind the scenes stuff. But we'll have a look at those peppermint spawns now. So forgive me for the glare because these tanks are very dark with dark fish, but we've got a peppermint spawn in here and a peppermint spawn in here. So I'll turn the light on and show you the spawns. They're in these angelfish tanks. These are the Peruvian ultims and the golden pearl scales. So yeah, we'll turn the light on and have a look inside. So this is the first cave with eggs in it, and you can see right underneath those bottom flaps, those eggs in there. So I just found these guys this morning. I'm not too sure how many there's going to be in there, and I'm going to take the flash off in a second so I don't stress out the male too much, but that's very, very exciting to see a spawn in here because I've only spawned these guys twice, and there was my original pair, which I'll show you after this. And if we come over to the next container, well, not the next container, over to the next cave, you can see behind him as well, there's some eggs in there as well. So we're gonna leave them in there with the parents, and we're gonna get them basically until they're little tiny itty bitty plecos, and then put them in some kind of container or another tank. Hopefully we have a bunch of these really cool peppermints because I'm super excited that these guys spawned. I can't tell you how excited I am. I love breeding plecos. So in the fish room, we actually have 4 pairs of peppermints. So our original pair, these guys have bred twice, is down here, and you can see how gravid this female is and this male. So I'm reckoning these guys might spawn very soon as well. I've been thinking they're gonna spawn for a while, but they've taken a little bit of a break. So they spawn every 2-ish months, I think. But yeah, this female's laid hundreds of eggs before, so that's really, really exciting. And our other pair over in the other angelfish tank looks like they might spawn as well. So that's really, really good news for what's going on in the fish room, because I've been wanting to produce a ton of these peppermints for a very, very long time. So it's a few days later now, and we've had a few things happen in the fish room. So if you come over here, you'll notice that in this tank, the male has been stripped of the eggs. So he actually kicked them out, and we've put them in a container over there at the other side of the fish room, which I'll show you in a second. But this male is doing a fantastic job now. Those eggs inside there haven't hatched, and I don't want to flash a light in there just yet because I'm worried he can kick them out as well. We're gonna go have a look really quickly at the eggs in here, which have hatched. So if you look in here, you can see we've got a bunch of these little peppermint wrigglers all in this box, and I've added a piece of bark in there so that they can start to attach to it and rasp on it when they need to, because I'm going away for a couple of days over the weekend. We've got Justin coming to take care of the fish room, so we've got to make it as easy as possible for Justin. We've got to prep a few more things. So these guys have hatched. These must have been laid about a day or 2 before the other ones, because the other ones haven't hatched yet, so I just might not have noticed it. That's really, really good news that we've got some hatchlings. As you can see over on this beddle wall, we've got to do a big water change of all these cups, which I do daily, but we're going to do that. And one other thing that I'm going to quickly mention is regarding the zebs. So the zebs are doing well, don't worry. The zebs are doing perfectly fine. We've still got all 5 and they're doing really well. Now, I noticed that some of the zebs were, I wouldn't want to say skinny because they weren't skinny, but they were just slimmer. There's one big daddy zeb in here somewhere. He's massive and he's always eating really well, and I watch him eat. He's the least shy. So you can see him through that tunnel. He's up the back there. You can see his reflection on the left side of the screen.
He's a huge boy, like he's massive. Kind of want all the Zebs to be like him. He's not bloated or anything like that, he's just a big boy. But I was a little bit worried because, you know, I don't want to have parasites or anything like that in the fish room, especially with the Zebs. So I've been asking around to all the, like especially the breeder that I bought these guys from, as to what they do for worming. And I looked, and for the longest time I thought that using praziquantel was the only treatment you could use for worms, which is kind of annoying because that means that you couldn't treat the nematodes. So I looked carefully at the medication they sent me, and it actually involved levamisole. So a lot of people say levamisole is not safe for plecos, and that's true, but that's only at regular doses. So I measured out all the doses, and we did a dose of this stuff yesterday, and this is the stuff that we use. So that you can see the active ingredients in here. We used 8 mils of this. Now I did the measuring, and it actually worked out to be 11 mils of this per, well, for this tank. So this tank's 80 litres. I was meant to use 11 mils. I did a massive underdose. I did 8 mils, and we're going to be doing another treatment in a week. Now you can see this is probably one of the skinniest Zebs. There might be one that's just a little bit skinnier, but if this is the skinniest that you've got, then it's pretty good. But this is more of like a preventative thing. So if there was an issue, we've got it early. I'm not saying that there was an issue, but it's just part of the routine of keeping fish. I mean, it's like discus, you gotta worm them and make sure they're all good, and that's just part of it. So that's why these guys are expensive and not a beginner fish. I mean, a lot of people have probably been asking me, and I've seen it in the comments, are these guys hard to take care of? And the answer is no. They're doing really well. We've got to do a water change in this tank, get some of that levamisole out of there now. So we're gonna be doing that. And yeah, we're just gonna be doing a bunch of other jobs before we leave, when Justin's gonna come and take care of these guys. So, well, I just finished up cleaning all the better cups, so you can see they're all really happy now, chilling out in their cups. They're ready to go to the shop this week, so that's really good. But I was looking in this tank, and we've got our leopard slash, I think they're called smoky angels. I was selling these on the website quite a bit back, and now I've grown them all up to pair them up. And I was just looking in here, and we've got a pair that's spawned on that pipe up the back. You can see there's a spawn up on that back pipe. There's also a pair over in this corner with a spawn. So that's really exciting. We've had 2 spawns in here with these guys, so we can start to clear out some of these tanks and get these producing. We're still waiting on these platinums and stuff to pair off, and even these marble veil tails down here that look really, really good as well. So I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to catch up with you guys after the weekend. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for Justin. So we're back after the weekend, and Justin had finished taking care of the fish, so he's done a great job. If you guys want to check out Justin's channel, there's going to be a link up in the top right hand corner. A few things today to, I guess, wrap up the vlog. If we're going to go, the main point of this vlog was the peppermints, so we'll go have a look at the peppermints. We'll have a look in this tub real quick. And you can see they've all like hatched, and they've actually turned into little tiny baby peppermints. And the other ones in the other cave are hatched as well. So I don't want to stress out this male too much, but they're all hatched in there and doing great. Now today, there's a few things that me and Justin are going to work on. This pair of discus, now, we're not too sure what the deal is. We've had them for about 3 weeks, right? And they haven't eaten, well, I think they've eaten some bloodworms, but they're not doing all that great. We've been trying to do, if you guys remember, you would have seen in one of our videos, we were treating this guy with Epsom salts and trying to get rid of some, what we think is like a bloat. Yeah. It hasn't really improved that much. Like, he improved a bit, but nothing too crazy. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do like a big Epsom salt bath and see if we can't try and get whatever's like stuck inside of him out. We're gonna make a bit of space in the fish room because we've got like so many things going on. Like, if you look, there's just fry everywhere in here. Like, we're trying to breed stuff for profit. We've got a lot of fish, and we've got to move some stuff out. One of the things I wanted to show you guys, because if you guys look at us from the outside, you know, a lot of YouTube people don't want to show you like their faults and everything that goes wrong in this fish room, and plenty of stuff goes wrong when you have fish. And I think it's good to be transparent about it, because like, we're human, we make mistakes. Now, we're not too sure what's happened with this tank, but if you saw this tank maybe a couple weeks ago, it was full of these koi angels. And for some reason, we don't know really what the problem is. And we've been doing daily water changes, we've been adding extra air and everything like that. They've just slowly, one by one, been dying off. You can see we've cleared out a few dead ones this morning, but there's just some more dead ones along the bottom. We believe it's some kind of pathogen, and we're not too sure what the deal is.
Yeah, we're trying to diagnose what it is by looking at some of the ones that are sick, but at the moment this is just a QT tank, a quarantine tank, because
it's really, really hard, and it's really frustrating, and you know, it's terrible to see, like, I mean, dead fish. This tank is doing great, and this is the ones that we've been selling because we wouldn't sell any sick fish, or any fish that we know that are sick. Yeah, I don't know, we did a big 100% water change on this today to try and get any bacteria in there out of it, but I don't know if this is going to improve anytime soon, so I have to play it by ear. But yeah, that's something that we just wanted to show you, that to show that we are human, and this stuff does happen to us as well. And yeah, we'd be lying if we said that it was perfect all the time. So anyways, I guess we'll start off with the discus treatment, and we'll see how we go with that. So what we got here is these Epsom salts. So these are just like, it's just magnesium. lots of people use this for like physio to like make their muscle, they have like a big bath in it, right? It makes their muscles relax, and the idea is that all these muscles inside of the discus are like cramped up and it's blocking something. Adding this will help the discus to relax those muscles and pass whatever's inside. So we're going to measure out 400 grams of magnesium sulfate, and this is just tank water from the original discus tank. So we'll just mix this until it's like all dissolved in here. I can feel my hand relaxing. Now we're going to add him to that bath. Like this. And he's probably going to start to float.
This is a salt treatment bath, so you can do a treatment in the tank, which is a smaller dose. As you can see, he's starting to float now. It's not anything to worry about, it's just salt is starting to make him go a bit imbalanced. Like, yeah, he's losing his buoyancy, but he'll gain it back once we put him back in the water. So once he's completely floating, hey Nick, we're gonna put him back.
Yeah.
So he's slowly getting there. Okay, I reckon we put him back now.
Back in the aquarium?
Yeah. You did that a bit sooner than I thought.
Oh, sorry mate. So we just added that male back, and now the plan is, well, I guess Justin can explain it a little bit better than me. He's done this before.
It's quite an unfortunate treatment that we have to do, but the thing is we're faced with no other option. Now we've put him back into his community tank. The temperature's at 34 degrees Celsius, which is also going to help him pass the stool. Now we're just waiting a few hours to see if it's worked, and if it hasn't, then we'll have to keep on doing it until it does work.
So the way it works is he breathes it in through his gills and hopefully gets to the muscle.
So magnesium is a muscle relaxer, but it's also a laxative. It's even used in humans as a laxative.
Yeah. So what we're going to work on is we're going to work on making some room. So we're going to move some bedders and just rearrange a bunch of things in the fish room to make more space for more grow outs. We're going to be selling a ton of stuff to shops tomorrow, hopefully. We'll get that all ready, and yeah, we'll just do a bunch of jobs, so we'll catch up with you guys after. So we're back the following day, and we've just done another treatment on the discus. So this morning there was a bit of poop coming out of them, so that's good. Nothing too crazy yet, so we'll see how they go. But today we're going to be stripping the parents, or we're going to be stripping the fry from this Peppermint Bristlenose, and we're going to be putting them up into here, and we're going to be taking all of these ultims and putting them in the tank across, and yeah, just doing a bunch of little jobs. So we're going to be doing that, and we're also going to be setting up some hatcheries for some rainbowfish over the other side of the fish room. So let's do some more work. Alrighty, so we're going to get the male in the cave. We're going to grab the cave out of the aquarium and point it straight up so that nothing runs out. We'll come down here and hope everything goes to plan. Oh yes. Oh, they're a little bit young. There's hundreds. Here they all are. So I think we got, where did we count, 90?
Yeah.
90, which is crazy. I think we had like a spawn of 150 at one point, but...
Look how black he is.
So Justin just fished out all the black rams.
I think there's some really dark looking ones in there, which is good.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty exciting. Like, I mean, here's my finger, the size. So they're nearly there.
Yep.
Let's put them in the tank, the final stage. So here are the black rams. You can see how dark some of these are getting. I think that they're mostly blues and blacks. I don't think there's any golds, but Justin reckons there might be some golds. We'll see, yeah. So here are the parents, if you're interested. It says the dad. And the mum's up the back there. Looking like they're gonna spawn again soon too.
Yeah.
Over here we've cleared out that upstairs bit of the shelving for hopefully like a rainbowfish hatchery. So we're gonna try and set that up now. So the idea with this is you can throw these like containers up here with a bit of water in it and a spawning mop, and just literally hang these in here, and it just provides it a bit of air. So we can put like a rainbow fish in there. You can even put the bedders in there, and they'll get some oxygen at least. And it's kind of like a mini aquarium. But I guess that's it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching this vlog, guys. We really appreciate it. If you want to check out Justin's channel, it's going to be linked down below. And yeah, if you want to buy any of these fish, also check out the link down below, KeepingFishSimple.com. We sell pretty much everything that's in this fish room on our website. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one.